All right. I had to turn down the music, so I had to do something to make up that time. Anyways, welcome back to MN Built. Right there. There we go. That unit of what we call a YouTube channel, that's shit. So, anyways, welcome back. Just dropped the last video. That's gonna be on the, should be uploaded by now. So, let's give you a rundown on where we're at, okay? We got a little sporadic last video. Anyways, the J, everything I've accomplished. 3-inch exhaust is done. The valve adjustments on both heads are done. The, what else? All the coolant is fixed. I got a new kind of plug here so it'll quit leaking. I got to figure out something better than that cleaner. My fuel pressure regulator for this ugly mess here. I got this plug finally in the mail so I can get rid of that ugly fuel plug because that's not safe. So anyways, where we're at now is the car runs, it drives, it shifts good, but it's running like shit. I pulled the fuel filter apart and I was actually running a 30 micron filter, and my other buddy told me that I should only be running like a 10 micron filter. So anyways, it's in here. The reason it's in there is because when I pulled the line off the filter, the housing, I noticed there was a little orange gas, so I wonder if there's a little rust in the tank or something. But I was seeing if the rust was from that filter thing. Although, looking at this right now, I see some rust on the spring, so maybe it was the spring that was doing it. I just noticed that. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna be buying a new filter. I'm gonna probably have to reuse that one when I get my regulator, because I'll get my regulator before my new filter, and to see if that's the issue. So I have a $250 kit, area motive, coming in the mail. I should get that here hopefully soon by the weekend so I can dick around with this and finally get my fuel issue figured out. The first night I drove it, I didn't have this issue, and then immediately after that, I started having it. Actually, even that night I did have that issue one time, but it's gotten progressively worse. So we've tried 2K motor fuel pressure regulators. Now we're gonna go with that air motive unit. Anything else we did? I mean, everything else is done. The car is drivable besides that fuel issue. So I gotta work on that. Everything else is kosher. You know, it wasn't like bubbling out the overflow for the radiator, my my little ghetto bottle thing. But everything was good with that. So I really got to figure out this fill issue, and in the end of the last video I already gave you guys an update on what we got going on with the turbo kit. So, you know, already went over this, but 6262 VS Racing Gen 2 GTX billet wheel turbo from Hunter Mulholland, hunter.com, huntertune.com, and all the other little, you know, pieces I got. So tonight what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to pull the front bumper off. I'm going to jack it up, pull the front bumper off, and kind of, I think I'm going to dick around with the intercooler. I'm going to see how I'm going to mount it. So this is a, I'm assuming you would call it a triple core. I don't know, it's an intercooler, so I don't know what kind of cores they have, like radiators. But this is the big piece. These were those couplers I was talking about in another video I needed to fit on here. So I got all my piping down here, and you know, I got all this stuff. I'm actually really hoping if I can get this open, that one of these, I actually bought another one of these too, specifically for the throttle body. But basically this piece, yep, I will need that bigger one. It's at my house, I gotta go get it. But basically it's gonna go like right there, and that's gonna shoot down in that hole. And then from that hole, it's gonna come under, intercooler, come over, and then up through this hole is the goal. And then I'm gonna have to angle it over towards the turbo wherever we end up making the manifold. So, I'm gonna have to run back to my house and grab that other coupler so I can try to build the intercooler piping. But I guess first of all, I need to see if I can get the intercooler mounted. I don't have any extra scrap metal. I might have to like cut something up around the shop, metal brackets or, you know, anything I could find. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So anyways, besides that, that's the full update on the J. It is going turbo. That's really it. I mean, we're you know, every video I've been saying we're this close. Well, now we're not that close. We're done as far as NA, but now we're this far away for the turbo kit. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Alright guys, so I did cut out after making that last piece there. I got way farther. I just was zoned out hitting in it. So, let me give you an update on what we got. Well, that might have been hard to see, but we have the intercooler semi-mounted. I gotta make the bottom tab still, but I just don't have material right now. So we got throttle body, straight shot down. This is why I flipped the manifold, is so I could do this. Comes right down here, crossover, intercooler, big old boy, crossover, come up through that hole right there, and then the turbo's gonna be about there. So this will be a 90 straight shot pretty much to the turbo, somewhere like this. A little ugly, not quite what I wanted, but I'm actually really happy with that. So the other choice would have been to have the turbo here and have two boost lines, intercooler lines come through here and try to wrap around and shit. I didn't want to do with that. This is going to be a little more boost leg. I'm cool with that. I like how this looks. I was able to use cheaper stuff. So I need to mount the bottom of the radiator still, and if you saw in the video, I don't have the rings like this right here. What that does is clamp the coupler so it can't slip off. Mine are just straight, and that's gonna cause a coupler to pop. So I'm gonna take all the lines back off when I'm done mocking up the last of it when I have the turbo mounted, and then you buy this tool that puts that crease in there. So this is just temporary. Everything is tight, but you know, I needed the intake anyway, so why not have an intercooler? So the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to throw the bumper on. I'm not gonna put that on video because it's probably not gonna fit. I'm just gonna try to test fit it to see if it's even close. But for the most part, the intercooler kit is on. I will need a blow-off valve, and I'm trying to debate, you know, maybe I'll put it down there, or, you know, maybe I won't run one. I've done that before, and it's not a big deal. But 2 bottom mounts, roll the intercooler piping so they bite better, so they don't have a chance to pop off. Waiting on my fuel pressure regulator, like we already talked about that in the previous little skit. So I'm not gonna end the video here. I'm gonna add more to it when I get more supplies. Right now I'm just waiting on parts to come in the mail. So I got shit ordered, and I'm just waiting. That's all I'm doing. So anyways, this is pretty much gonna wrap up tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you when we catch up. Turn that on and give an introduction.
I'm on drums right now, and I fucking love it.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
So we out here.
Okay, so start off with, I don't even know where I left off.
You gotta deal with sometimes.
Fuck, I can't even think. Bumper. Oh, I was doing the bumper.
Doing the bumper here. We did the bumper.
You're so stupid.
We did the bumper. Cut it out. It actually looks really nice. Just to fit that black intercooler. I don't know if you guys can see it. Directed to that motherfucker. Fresh new battery. I knew it was him that was. I didn't care.
So I don't know if I recorded any of it. It's on my TikTok. You go watch TikTok MN Built. You'll see a lot of progress videos and quicker updates. Anyways, so intercooler's fully in. It's all the way in. Completely done. But I don't have the turbo on yet because I'm trying to get it running NA. So Darren just got done swapping around my fittings. This is the area motive unit I think is gonna fix our problem. So I'm in the middle of relocating it to here from over here, so that way it'll be out of the way of the turbo. And if everything goes well in the next hour, hopefully this fixes our problem and we're gonna be able to actually go drive the car. So so this is gonna be the end of the video. This kind of wraps up where we've been. Darren and Brandon are here. Matt's here. He's actually, well, it's too dark outside, but he's actually the current owner of my old 9th gen SI I had.
No, he's not even been on the channel.
Matt, you haven't been on the channel yet? Say what's up.
What's up?
So this is Matt Brown. I've known him for, God, probably like a couple of years now. We just kind of became friends because I ended up getting this RSX Type S that he used to own from a guy, and a long story. But anyways, I was messaging him about questions, and we just kind of, you know, became good buddies. So, you know, he's just chilling. Anyway, the area mode of fuel pressure regulator is in. So, looks good. The plug right here was leaking, and it's because the area motive doesn't use an AN style taper fitting to seal. And so I actually had to grind the plug down because it was bottoming out before the O-ring would seal, because they also have an O-ring. So anyways, it maintained fuel pressure. So it was, you know, my AFRs were way better this time. The tune still needs work, and I come to a stop and the car would die. You know, it needs a tune, but it runs. You know, I got on it a little bit, and it's holding fuel pressure now at 50. You said when we just got back from the drive, you said it was like 45-ish or whatever.
All the lugs are tight.
The fuel pressure?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the fuel pressure should be good. So I think the fuel pressure was the issue from the K motor regulators. So fingers crossed, I think we're all set. Good to go. I think that's it. So next up is tie rods, inners and outer tie rods, and an alignment, because the tie rods are blown the fuck out and it's sketchy to drive. But with that being said, guys, I think this is gonna wrap up the video. I think we had a successful night tonight. Brandon and Darren have been feeling themselves, having a little alcoholic, adult beverages, we'll call it, not alcoholic. And anyways, so from everybody here over at MN Belt, we appreciate y'all 6 people watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
It ain't the logs.